What's up, guys? Dirty Mike with 4th and 26 Philly Sports back with another video. God, man, the Sixers are such a confusing team. You know, the other night they lost a close game where they played pretty sloppy to the Heat at home, and I was kind of down on them, thinking if the playoffs were going to start, I don't think the Sixers could beat the Heat in a series, and that was pretty full strength. And then Embiid misses the game tonight, and the Sixers end up blowing the Heat out on away by 23 points down in Miami. They were leading at halftime 71 to, what was that, 53, and they just never looked back. And I just don't know what to make of these guys sometimes. And I'm going to pose a question that I've been hearing in some chat groups tonight. Are the Sixers a better team without Embiid? And it's kind of a tricky question because there's no doubt that Embiid is just a generational type talent and player. But when Embiid's on the floor, it kind of stifles the Sixers offense a little bit. The Sixers are at their best when they're running the court and hitting some perimeter shots. And when Embiid's in there, the offense obviously flows through him as well as it should. He's one of the most dominant players in the league, if not the most dominant player in the league. But, that kind of comes at a price with their playing style. They have to slow things down, kind of go through him. And, it's just a slower type of game that they play, with Embiid. And tonight, you really got to see, some of the Sixer stars shine, secondary stars like Maxey. I think he's one of the most valuable players when Embiid doesn't play, and he benefits probably about the most when Embiid's not playing because he gets to run up and down the court with his endless motor, distribute the ball, and just really just buzz all around the court. He put up 27 points tonight, dropped 7 dimes. So he had a really nice bounce back game tonight. He did play well against Miami last game as well, but it's good to see Maxey starting to play well and back in the starting lineup. Harden put up 23 points tonight. Tobias Harris had a solid game with 18 points, but a big shocker tonight was Paul Reed. Paul Reed filled in tremendously for Embiid tonight, a plus 26 on the court. And that's a really big number for a game. He put up 16 points and 14 rebounds. I mean, that's a huge double-double for him. Is Paul Reed as good as Embiid? Absolutely not. Is he even in the same conversation with Embiid? No. But he's a serviceable backup, and when Embiid's not playing, he really keeps the ball moving with them. Because the offense doesn't flow through him. And then I think that's when the Sixers are at their best. So, again, it's really nice to start off this road trip with a win, 119-96, a nice 23-point win over the Heat. But, it kind of does beg the question, are the Sixers not necessarily better without Embiid, but are they better suited as a team without Embiid? And, after the season, I'll pose a question to you guys. Would you trade Embiid for 4 first-round draft picks and maybe some players if you could? At this point, I would say yes. And, I kind of felt the same way with Ben Simmons after his first couple of years when, the Sixers probably could have got a pretty big haul for him and they held on to him for way too long. If it's another early first or second round exit for Embiid in the Sixers this season, I would absolutely think about dealing him in the offseason and trying to rebuild with a young core team. And, obviously you would get a lot of assets for him. I know this might be a controversial video, but it's just kind of my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for me. It really helps out the channel. We're close to being able to do some live streams, which I want to start doing after games. And I'll be back with another video shortly. Have a good one, guys.